بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. أنا الطالبة فاطمة حمدان، خريجة صيدلة من جامعة الأزهر، والفصل الأول ماجستير إدارة صحية في الجامعة الإسلامية، وبشتغل كمنسق أنشطة في جمعية الإغاثة الطبية الفلسطينية. اليوم الأسايمنت تبعنا بيحكي عن Community Health Assessment لأم النصر فيلج. هذا الأسايمنت تم بالشراكة مع زميلاتي إيمان وهلا وحنان. مفروض الجزئية اللي أنا بدي أحكيها اليوم تتم بالمشاركة بيني وبين زميلتي حنان، بس للأسف زميلتي حنان مصابة بكورونا حاليا ولسه تعبانة. فأول حاجة ندعي لك بالشفاء التام يا حنان، وإن شاء الله يعني ربنا يخففها عليكي. وأنا البرزنتيشن تبعي هيكون عني وعن حنان. الكونتنتس هتكون عنا introduction, assessment of location of population and social system. As we can see, there is a map for Eman Dawoud village. Eman Dawoud, maybe most of us know that it's located in the assessed restricted area near Gaza's perimeter fence in Beit Lahia Governorate. Well, it's approximately 5,000 people, and it's one of the poorest and most marginalized communities in Gaza Strip. It's about 800 dwonams. It was established in 1997 in an area close to Israeli settlements. Well, we have to start with assessment of location. Location of the health services. There's Onarwa Clinic, which is located in Jabalia camp. It will take from 15 to 20 minutes by car to get there. Also, it will cost maybe 3 shekels for transportation. There is Palestinian Medical Relief Society. It's in the middle of Eman Dawoud village. There is Indonesian hospital, which follows with Amwaj hospital. Also, there's Kamal Adwan hospital, which also follows the Amwaj hospitals. For geographic features, the village close approximately to Erez checkpoint made. The area was fed as one of the most dangerous areas in three times of the wars that was Gaza Strip passed through. For the climate, the climate of Eman Dawoud follows the climate of whole Gaza Strip. The average daily temperature may be ranged to 25 Celsius in summer and 13 in winter. The humidity between 6,500% in summer during the day to 8,500% at night. Between 6,000 and 8,000 in winter and night. The winds are northwest and speed varying between night and day. For plants, no data is available for specific plants. The problem of the village crops is summarized by the pollution of ground or aquifer water, the lack of efficiency of the wastewater treatment plant located in Beit Lahia due to the severe pressure on it and due to other political reasons. For the animals, regarding the fauna of Eman Dawoud, the spread of mosquitoes are threatening the inhabitants of the neighboring areas at night and cause them constant inconvenience, especially in the hot summer seasons, as the wastewater treatment plants are important areas in the reproduction of mosquitoes and other annoying insects. Well, for the human-made environment, agriculture areas in Dunham, they are 260, residential areas 153, public building areas 23, commercial areas 3, green areas 51, rainwater and sewage basin 119, structural roads 179, other areas 10. The total is 800 dwonams. The disaster of the village sewage fluid, in 27th of March 2007, the 9:30 a.m., the walls of sewage point burst above the Gazan village, revealing for a disaster which unleashed a 2-meter wave of refuse on Umm Nasr, where they were human losses like 35 injuries and 5 deaths. Losses in properties. The number of Palestinian homes that were completely destroyed are maybe reached to 60. The disaster also caused partial destruction for 143 homes, and the number of families affected by the disaster of the village also reached for 630 families. Also, the boundary of community. Eman Dawoud village is considered one of the closed areas in Gaza Strip, which resulted in privacy in the health level of villagers. In addition to lack of involvement of the people of the village with other societies, which led to the lack of exchange of expertise and science and opens to other cultures. Also, we will see that the prevalence rates of some diseases special to the village and separate from other same diseases prevalence rates in other cities like COVID-19. It's difficult, or we will see few patients with COVID-19 due to the boundary of community. Thanks from me and my colleague Hanan. Now I will let the opportunity to my colleague Hala to continue with the assessment of population. Thank you.
السلام عليكم. أنا هلا الأغا، طالبة في برنامج ماستر إدارة الصحية، بشتغل في صيدلية خاصة. استكمالا للبرزنتيشن راح أتكلم عن نقطة الأسسمنت of population. بداية راح أبدأ بالsize of population. The population of the village was about 4,737 according to PCPS in 2017. And for density of population, density rate of population is 5,900 per square kilometers. And about composition and rate of growth or decline according to age and sex, بنلاقي إنه most of population age is from 15 to 59, which means that the community is youth. And for composition and rate of growth or decline according to gender and marital status, بنلاقي إنه 66% من population are married. بالنسبة لنقطة cultural differences, Umm Nasr is a rural community which depend mainly on farming and agriculture. About the refugees status, most of population are refugees which are registered with UNRWA since 1948. بالنسبة لنقطة educational status, بنلاقي إنه 35% من population عبارة عن التحقوا بسلك التعليم، أما الباقي لا، يعني ما كان عندهم التكنولوجيا والتطور الكافي. بالنسبة لنقطة social class, most of population work in private sectors and national governmental sectors. بالنسبة لنقطة mobility, as we mentioned before, most of roads had been destroyed by Israeli armies. حنتكلم عن هاي النقاط كلها بالتفصيل لاحقا. شكرا.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. أنا الطالبة إيمان إسماعيل داوود، برنامج ماجستير الإدارة الصحية في الجامعة الإسلامية، أعمل صيدلانية في وزارة الصحة في الإدارة العامة لتنمية القوى البشرية. وسوف أبدأ الآن بالحديث عن السوشيال سيستم أسسمنت of أم النصر village. Health system. Although the village is somewhat marginalized and isolated, the health services provided are considered good, available and accessible. The health services provided vary between primary health care services والتي تقدمها جمعية الإغاثة الطبية الفلسطينية بالتعاون والشراكة مع وزارة الصحة وعيادة الأونروا، and secondary health care services provided by the Indonesian Hospital and كمال عدوان Hospital. بحسب إحصائيات الجهاز المركزي للإحصاء الفلسطيني في العام 2017، 4,640 of the villagers were covered by health insurance, while only 34 were not. Family system. The people of the village extended to all the Bedouin tribes that inhabited Palestine. As for marriage customs, the villagers marry from inside the village and rarely marry outside it. أيضاً بحسب إحصائيات وتقارير الجهاز المركزي للإحصاء الفلسطيني في العام 2017, there is in the village 27 of one person household بنسبة 3.4%, and 631 nuclear household بما يمثل 80.2%, and 129 extended household بما يمثل 16.4%. مما سبق يتضح أن السمة الغالبة لنظام العائلة في القرية البدوية هو نظام النوكليار فاميلي سيستم. Economic system. According to the Central Bureau of Statistics reports in 2017, the poverty line in Palestine for a family of 5 members is 2,470 Israeli shekel, and the extreme poverty line is 1,974 Israeli shekel. The unemployment rate among labor force participants 15 سنة فما فوق in the first quarter was 25%, while the overall utilization of labor was 33%, according to the revised International Labour Organization standards. The Ministry of Social Development expected that the poverty rate in the Palestine would reach 50% in the coming months. الجدول التالي يوضح الحالة الاقتصادية لسكان القرية بحسب تقارير الجهاز المركزي للإحصاء في العام 2017. In النصر village, poverty rates increased to more than 82%. The phenomenon of unemployment spread among the residents of the village. About 50% of the population lives in extreme poverty. 60% of the villagers work mostly in grazing and firewood gathering. 90% of the villagers receive support from international and local institutions. Educational system. There are 2 schools in the area, وهما مدرسة حمزة بن عبد المطلب الأساسية المشتركة وحمزة بن عبد المطلب الثانوية للبنات، وكلاهما تتبعان لوزارة التربية والتعليم العالي، وزارة التربية والتعليم. According to the reports of Central Bureau of the Statistics reports in 2017, the number of those who attended to education in the village from the age of 5 years and over was 710 males and 704 females, including a total of 1,414 residents of the village. والجدول التالي يوضح الإديوكيشنال ستيتمنت لسكان القرية حسب المؤهلات العلمية الحاصلين عليها، وذلك أيضا حسب تقارير الجهاز المركزي للإحصاء الفلسطيني. Religious system. In Palestine, the percentage of Muslims is 97.9%, and the Christians did not exceed 1%. وكما هو الحال في معظم المحافظات الفلسطينية، فإن سكان القرية يدينون بالديانة الإسلامية ويستمدون قيمهم المجتمعية من شرائعها. Political system. Nasr village suffers from the effects of complex political situation in the region, represented by the siege and restrictions imposed by the occupation on the area and its repercussions on all aspects of life. The repeated war and invasions that the area was subjected to, in which the village of Nasr had a large share of losses in lives and property, and the resulting economic losses الناتجة عن هذه الحروب والهجمات. Recreational system. The region is considered marginalized and does not have places of entertainment like other regions وخصوصا المدن الكبيرة. يوجد بجانب القرية حديقة بيسان الترفيهية، ولكنها ليست مجانية الدخول، وهذا لا يجعلها مفضلة كثيرا لسكان القرية. Children in the village depend on playing in the streets and squares of the village، وهو ما يجعلهم عرضة لحوادث الغرق في برك الصرف الصحي المجاورة. بينما يلجأ رجال القرية لما يعرف في المجتمعات البدوية بالشق، وذلك للاجتماع والتسامر. Legal system. حسب إحصائيات الجهاز المركزي للإحصاء، the percentage of criminal acts that individuals were exposed to in Palestine, which caused human damage to the victim, reached 8.6% by 12.4% in the West Bank compared to 5.1% in the Gaza Strip. في القرية البدوية وكجزء من المجتمعات البدوية يلجأ السكان لما يعرف بلجان الإصلاح العشائري للاحتكام فيما بينهم وفض النزاعات والخلافات، حيث يعتبر في عرفهم من المعيب اللجوء إلى الجهات القضائية والحكومية بدلاً من اللجوء لهذه لجان الإصلاح العشائري. Communication system. الجدول التالي يوضح information about technology tools that the residents of the village have, like TV, LCD, satellite, telephone line, internet line, mobile lines, computers, laptops, etc. Based on the previous data in the table, it can be concluded that the residents of the village have means of communication that enable them to communicate well with the neighborhood. Conclusion and recommendations. From the assessment of the village from the points of location and population and the sociality system, becomes clear that the area is considered one of the most isolated and marginalized areas in the Gaza Strip. Therefore, it needs strengthen its infrastructure and restructure it, strengthen health services and education in more effective ways. Its need to socialize them and increase the relationship between them and the neighboring societies. Also, the village needs a radical solution for its major problem, which represented by sewage treatment plants, which is close to it. Thank you for watching.